Phase 7, evangelizing other villages with the help of the mother tribe. After fomenting the doctrine into the hearts of the villagers, they continue to tell the stories of the apostles and disciples of Jesus after his resurrection. The making disciples process then begins. Missionaries must train the people of the tribe in order to help them in evangelizing other people around them.
What a pastor shared with me back home. He said, "Mark, the first thing I do is encourage new believers to share this good news of the gospel with others." He wanted them to do that before they discovered that a lot of Christians don't share their faith. And this thought comes to my mind while I'm standing there with all these new believers. So right in the middle of all this rejoicing, I asked some of the guys, "When are you going to go and tell other villages about this good news?" Well, everything goes quiet. So I asked him again. This one guy, Mendo, speaks up and says, "Yeah, we'll go, but we don't have a clue as how to go about it." And everyone is saying, "Yeah, we'll go," real enthused. So I said, "That's all I want to know. I'll show you how." It was so refreshing to be around these new believers. Their faith was so simple. With the new honesty that existed among the people, a lot of relationships could now be mended that the old deceit had kept broken. Husbands began to show more love and concern for their wives. They stopped deceiving them. And wife-beating became a thing of the past. Before, the men had spent a lot of time in the man house, often doing things leading to trouble. Now they began to spend more time with their wives. They began to take more responsibility for the children. These were good things, big changes. And of course, they were talking of taking this good message to the other villages. In that first week after they became believers, these three guys showed up from a neighboring village and asked us if we would come and teach them.
These guys have light in their eyes, but our eyes are just darkness. When we look into each other's eyes, we see nothing but darkness. But when we look into the eyes of these ones that have been taught, we see light. We want that light.
Well, these guys began showing up every week, begging for us to come and teach them. So I thought, here's the opportunity for men from my village to learn to teach. The basic steps were like this.
When the missionaries move to another village, they take some of the people from the mother tribe and show them how to present the stories and messages to others. After they move to third village, the trained people of the tribe present the message while the missionaries supervise them and ensure that the process is going well.
The second village we went to, I did all the teaching and they helped me. That really stood out was this. The new believers saw the way I was teaching was exactly the same as they had been taught. A to B, B to C, one step at a time. All the way through, it was the same story. Well, that really got the believers from the first village excited. So I began to get different ones of them to help me teach. They were pretty scared at first, but they did very well, and with time, they gained confidence. The third village we taught at, they did all the teaching, and I helped them. I told the people that I would not be teaching them, but rather the believers from the first village would be doing the teaching. Well, the folks in Village 3 didn't know how they felt about that. They didn't want the Moke teacher. They weren't sure if they would tell the story right. I told them that the Moke teachers would teach exactly the same message. Well, they still wanted me to teach, but I told them that was impossible, as I was only one man and could not be in so many places at one time. It would have to be a Moke teacher or no one. There was no one else who could do it. Well, that changed their mind real fast. And that's the way it worked out. The Moke from the first village did all the teaching, and I just helped them out. In the fourth village, the Moke believers did all the teaching themselves, and I just what?
This is now extended to 12 villages.
Yes, and from the fourth village on, all the teaching was done by the Moke teachers.